Now, the Samsung QN85D succeeds last year's Samsung QN85C. For those of you who don't know, Samsung labels their TV and soundbar models with the letter indicating the current year. Now, for this year, the letter D in Samsung QN85D or any product you find, be it a TV or a soundbar, indicates that that is a 2024 model. Last year, it was C, Samsung QN85C, Samsung Q600C, the like, and next year we're going to be seeing Samsung QN85E. But let's not jump the gun. I bought this TV for the equivalent of $2,500. You convert that to Kenya shillings, add taxes on there. It's quite an expensive TV, and rightly so, because for the past 3 months, I have felt every penny in value of this TV. Now, the Samsung QN85D is a premium mid-range product in Samsung's TV lineup. It sits right below the Samsung QN90D. Here in Kenya, we're not going to be getting the Samsung QN90D if you choose to buy the TV directly from Samsung. If you do visit another vendor, you may or may not get it, depending on availability. Now, I did buy this TV with my hard-earned money. Samsung didn't send this TV over, but they did send over some gift hampers for us to give away to you guys, because you guys love Samsung products a lot. Now, I've got them here, and if you want to stand a chance to win yourself one of these, do let us know what feature the Samsung QN85D TV has that you wish your TV had. And that is homework, and that means you have to stick around to the end of this video. Now, I'm going to give you a not so quick life story of how we got to the Samsung QN85D. So, the year is 2023 and I've just moved out of my parents' house. I've just gotten this job that's paying really well and I can afford to pay rent for myself. So I move out of my parents' house, right? And I'm furnishing my house. It's a 3-bedroom house, by the way. Sorting the kitchen out, sorting the bedrooms out, sorting the living room out. So I need a TV for this specific house, and at the time, my budget, what it could allow, was the Samsung Q60C. It's a QLED TV from 2023. I got it in the 65-inch size, right? And it's perfect. It works so well. I throw in the Samsung Q600A soundbar because it was on sale, and for X amount of time, life is good. I'm enjoying it, right? Fast forward 2024 and I get a new job that allows me to work from home, right? So I'm gaming more, I'm staying in the house more, so I'm watching more TV. Now, my needs at the time grew, and now that I'm seriously dating and prepping for the future, thinking about kids and the like, I had to switch spaces, right? So we get this house. It's a bigger house than what we were in previously, so the 65-inch TV feels out of place. I could tell the moment that TV was mounted on the wall that I needed a new TV for this house, right? So I start shopping, I start looking at options, and early on I really knew that the 85 inches of TV was going to be adequate and would fit just right for this house. Anything below that would get swallowed by the house. Anything past that would feel out of place in this house, would be too big for this house. So while shopping for this TV, I needed it to meet key requirements. Firstly, I needed something that could fully take advantage of my PS5 high refresh rate gaming. The Q60C doesn't support high refresh rate gaming, so that goes out the window. 2, I needed something big enough to fit this room, right? Duh. 3, I needed something with better picture quality and better software experiences, because in as much as the Q60C does perform for what you pay for it, it just doesn't compare to a TV you pay more money for. Enter the Samsung QN85D. While at that, I needed to also upgrade the sound. Not that the previous soundbar couldn't fill this room with sound properly, but just because I wanted a new soundbar. So I went ahead and got the Samsung Q800D. More on that later. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss that review when it goes up. So it's delivery day, the TV is delivered to my house, and we're unboxing it and we're so excited. I got the boys over, we're unboxing the TV, we're setting it up. Now, Samsung for 2024 have made all their TVs toolless installations. As the name implies, you now do not need a tool, mainly a screwdriver, to say put the TV stand together, the TV pedestal together. No more of that. And that was a really big pain point in the setup of this TV. See, for the smaller sizes, for the 43, 55, 65 versions of the Samsung QN85D, the stand is small enough, light enough for you to toollessly put it together. But for the 85-inch variant of this TV, It was long. It was long. I had to rewatch tutorials back to back, rewind, pause, type. It was long. But finally, with some persuasion and the power of friendship, we got it done. We got it done. And it's generally a set it and forget it type of motif. And before you ask why I didn't opt to mount it on the wall, is because with how the holes were previously drilled into the wall to mount the Q60C onto the wall, had I mounted the QN85D in those holes, the TV would go below the TV stand. And so we wouldn't be watching TV fully. It will be behind the TV stand with all the cables, and it just made more sense for the TV to stand on its own pedestal. And that's what happened. Now, in as much as putting the base of the TV pedestal is hard, I also encountered some difficulties with now mounting the base of the TV stand onto the back of the TV itself, because again, it being a toolless installation, Samsung have moved away from using screws to secure the base of the TV stand onto the back of the TV to using clips. Now, those clips have to be as complicated as possible if the TV pedestal is going to support 45 kilos that the QN85D weighs. So it took us a couple of minutes, a clean 30-45 minutes trying to get the TV pedestal assembled and mounted onto the back of the TV. You can actually watch the full unboxing video on my Instagram and TikTok. But once it was done, the TV sat on the TV console perfectly. It fit right, and that is the last I'm ever going to interact with that TV pedestal or TV mounting mechanisms up until I don't need to move. And in the event I do move, I'm gonna try as much as possible to move that TV with that pedestal installed. Though it's not a good idea. It's not advised. Don't say I told you to do that. Right, so the TV has been sat there for the past 3 months. I have been waiting for a very big software update that was gonna come to the TV to fully experience it, use it, put it through its paces before I can review it. That way, I'm putting out a finished review, not something half-baked that I'd have to come back again and review. So that's this video. If you want the short of it, the Samsung QN85D is a perfect TV for any situation you want to use a TV for in a home. Picture quality is great, sound is passable, you get what you pay for. It's definitely an improvement over the Samsung QN85C from last year. It's definitely an improvement from what I had previously, the Samsung Q60C TV. Definitely an improvement. And you won't go wrong buying this TV. Now, if that is what you wanted to get out of this video, there you have it. See you around. Peace. Stay safe. If you're here because you love supporting the channel and you want the nitty-gritties about the Samsung QN85D, let's get into it. The Samsung QN85D has a very minimal design. It's clean, simple, clear-cut, and will look great on your wall or a TV stand. The TV pedestal holds the TV up high enough, allowing you to place a soundbar below it, like I have. However, get your dimensions right because you want to avoid doing what I did, which is putting the soundbar on top of the TV pedestal. I was just lucky, you might not be as lucky. Please get your TV stand dimensions right. The TV has a thicker side profile compared to the previous Samsung QN85C. This could be for a bunch of reasons, ranging from cost, panel technology, backlight differences, and structural integrity. I myself don't know, Samsung will tell me. Just know that it's thicker than last year's model. The ports are slotted at the back of the TV. You get 4 HDMI 2.1 ports that support high refresh rate and a dedicated port for your gaming console and a dedicated enhanced audio return channel port. You get 2 USB 2.0 ports, an Ethernet port for cabled internet, an optic port, and an antenna port. The ports are on the side of the TV and will be difficult to access if you choose to wall mount this TV, and you'll also need longer cables if you choose to put the devices you want to connect to the TV on the opposite side of the TV. That's why for my setup, the PS5 is on the right side of the TV, where the short PS5 cable doesn't need to travel so far to get to the HDMI 2.1 port. There is something peculiar about the back of this TV though. It has provisions for alternate feet, however, no feet are included in the box, and instead you get 2 plastic covers for those slots. Strange, but all the same, a good, properly designed TV. The TV comes with the 2024 version of Tizen OS that all Samsung TVs run on. On this TV, it's fast, smooth, you can actually perceive the high refresh rate even in the home screen menu. Navigating menus is fast and smooth. Navigating the TV settings on the fly as you watch content is okay, but has the occasional stutter. The automatic function and mode switching is also miles better ahead of last year's version. In Kenya and Africa, we lack some software features like Samsung TV Plus, the free Samsung TV streaming service. We also don't get the game center that allows anyone with a Samsung TV to stream console games and play them directly on the TV. Sad, but on the flip side though, we don't get those annoying ads that are built in to those services. Imagine paying full price of your hard-earned money for a TV and still not being able to turn off those ads. That would be messy. The Samsung App Store on the TV is also greatly improved, and this time you have a wider selection of apps you can run on the TV. You also get Samsung Daily that allows you to shop and track your workout from the TV, among other things that we're going to get to in a bit when we delve deeper into how this TV fits into the Samsung ecosystem. The TV comes with a solar cell remote. It's tiny and very minimalistic. You don't get a physical number pad on it, but it's built into the TV software. It has a physical microphone for you to interact with Bixby and Alexa through it. Although for this year, the TV has inbuilt microphones that pick up your voice so you can talk directly to the TV without using the remote. You can charge the remote with a solar cell at the back of the remote using indoor or outdoor lighting. If you need a quick top-up, you can charge the remote via USB Type-C. A great solution for the planet because you don't need to switch up the batteries every now and then, but that means the remote only lasts as long as the inbuilt battery lasts. When that inbuilt battery dies eventually, you will have to get a new remote. Oh, and before you ask, you can use normal infrared Samsung remotes with the TV or use your phone as a remote for it because it's 2024. Quick disclaimer, for this remote, the volume rocker and the channel switching rocker are actual levers that you push up and down to do whatever you want, be it increase the volume on the TV or decrease the volume on the TV, and you press in to mute the TV or initiate a channel scan. Now, you need to be very careful with these two levers on your remote. They tend to break if you use too much force on them. If you give this remote to someone who doesn't understand it, who doesn't know how to use it, they're gonna push those levers a bit too hard and end up breaking them or dislodging them. And once those come off, it's very messy. I've had this, my Samsung Q60C TV, the remote for that TV, the volume rocking switch broke and I had to get a new TV, lest I had to always use my phone to control volume on the TV. Not ideal because at the end of the day you still need a remote, so be very, very careful when it comes to those two buttons on the new remotes. I've not experienced any issue with mine so far, thank God, and I hope I've not jinxed it. Oh, and new for this year, the TV will tell you if you're holding the remote the wrong way. Impressive, very impressive. Not many TVs do that, I think, but yeah, you get that feature here. This year, Samsung have gone in heavily on AI on their TVs, and the QN85D gets all those bells and whistles. Heck, Samsung marketing in Kenya went so heavy on this TV sorting all your AI needs. How well AI translates into daily use? Well, here's how. When you turn on the TV for the first time ever, while you're setting it up, you will be asked to choose the look and feel of how you like your movies, your sports, your food, your games to look. Once you select those, the TV will apply those image settings on the fly, depending on what you're watching at any given time. This is embedded in the AI intelligence mode settings. So if you turn on AI intelligent mode and change to a football channel, your TV will apply the look and feel you selected for sports into the match you're currently watching without you having to change any settings. If you then switch to a movie on Netflix or Prime, the look and feel for movies will be applied to the content you're watching. It does this so well, impressively well, so much so that if you're watching a movie and there's a scene with a football match, the TV can easily and seamlessly blend the two AI profiles and switch between the two without any distractions or making it look rough cut. You will actually not notice it doing this. I have found it to be slow sometimes, say when you're booting from sleep and switching from a match to a movie to a game. AI intelligent mode tends to lag in those type of scenarios sometimes. All the same, it's on point. The AI upscaling feature is also good. This TV will allow you to upscale 720p 1080p footage to near 4K with no issue. For footage lower than 720p, you will notice some judder and distortion of the image every now and then as the TV tries to fill in missing frames. I have watched my earlier YouTube videos on this and was impressed at how close it was upscaled to 4K. Turn AI intelligent mode off and you will still get epic picture quality even without having to do color calibration. Now, here is where we're going to fight with some TV enthusiasts, okay? The Samsung QN85D is ready to go. It is 90% color calibrated. Correct me if I'm wrong, between 90 and 95% color calibrated out of the box. So you can take that TV out of the box, set it up, and you're good to go without doing any color calibration. Now, the TV enthusiasts who like to dive into the nitty-gritties of the TV and playing around with the color settings, and the color gamut, and the dimming zones need to understand something. The average Joe buying such a TV to put in his house just wants to watch Netflix, Prime, Formula One, football, some news, play some music on there, and they're done. They are not buying this TV to delve into those nitty-gritties of color calibration, which, by the way, you still can do with the Samsung QN85D in a couple of ways. Firstly, you can use your Samsung phone. Samsung has a list of phones that can do this, where you just point your phone at the screen and using the cameras on your phone, the color is calibrated on your TV. You'll get two modes for this. There's the simple color calibration mode, and there's a custom color calibration mode where you go deeper into the nitty-gritties of the color and adjust the color settings that way. The average Joe who's getting this TV is not gonna do that. They probably don't even have a Samsung phone to do that. They probably can't go out and get those $100, $200, $500 color calibration machines to come do that in their house. And Samsung know that. That's why they've calibrated this TV to be very color accurate and ready to go the moment you pull it out of the box. Colors on this TV are epic. Contrast is good and the TV gets super bright even next to a window, like how I've got it in my setup. This is a mini QLED TV, not a normal QLED TV and not an OLED TV. So it benefits from everything a normal QLED TV doesn't have and can't get. And it does try to get close to the performance of an OLED TV, but it just can't get there because of one thing, the hardware and physics. Take, for example, the blacks and whites. The QN85D will give you deeper blacks and better whites without the blooming or ghosting you get on a normal QLED TV, but they still don't get to the level of OLED where the panel can switch off individual pixels to give you deeper, accurate, perfect blacks and plenty bright on the whites. Now, I used to be a casual gamer back on my Samsung Q60C TV. I'd play during my off days from the office for an hour or two in a day and call it quits. And then I went and got the Samsung QN85D and I hooked my PS5 to it. And I remember after setting all the HDR settings and how I wanted the image to look, and VRR came on and I booted Formula One and I played, and then I was like, okay, this is too good. This game doesn't feel like this. So I switched to Spider-Man 2 and the experience was the same. I became a gaming addict, and these days I'm averaging 8 hours of my day gaming. So much so that I've had to put timers to remind me to take a break from gaming. But that's just because of how good this TV is at gaming. I've seen some darker days. My electricity bill for the month of June, when the TV had just arrived, was about 5,000 bob, up from 2,000 bob. That's because of the PS5 and the TV. I may or may not have spent close to 100K on games and subscriptions because I just wanted to try everything out. Serious darker games. I've had to limit the games I get every month to 2 games alone. Darker days. Gaming on the 85-inch Samsung QN85D is a truly immersive experience that takes your gameplay to the next level. With its massive screen size, you're pulled right into the action. Whether you're exploring vast open worlds in Far Cry 6 or engaging in fast-paced competitive matches in Call of Duty Warzone. The QN85D ensures that both bright and dark scenes are displayed with incredible clarity, delivering vivid colors and deep contrast that makes every detail pop. The TV supports key gaming features like 120Hz refresh rate, variable refresh rate (VRR), and auto low latency mode (ALLM), ensuring that smooth gameplay with minimal input lag. This makes this TV perfect for fast-moving games where quick reactions are critical. It also minimizes input lag and screen tearing for ultra-smooth gameplay, even in the most fast-paced scenarios. Plus, with AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, the QN85D optimizes frame rates and enhances HDR performance, creating a dynamic and responsive gaming experience that feels incredibly fluid and cinematic. Do note that if you're running this TV at full tilt and you're running your PS5 to output maximum resolution and maximum frame rate, the TV is gonna get a bit warm. Not hot enough to burn you or melt things off your TV stand. No, not at all. But if you walked near the TV panel, you will feel it radiate some heat, which is totally normal because you're working that panel really hard, and it keeps up. I have not once noticed a drop in frame rate or drop in performance on my long hours of gaming at full tilt. Matters sound, the Samsung QN85D comes with a 2.2.2 channel speaker system. This includes a total of 6 speakers positioned around the TV to enhance the sound experience. Additionally, the Samsung QN85D supports Dolby Atmos. Now, this allows for better depth and spatial audio performance when paired to compatible content or external sound systems. For the most part, while using this TV, I've been running it in the Q Symphony configuration. Q Symphony is Samsung's technology that allows you to pair a compatible Q series soundbar to your Samsung TV and use the speakers on your Samsung TV as separate channels on top of the channels that you already have on your soundbar. To wrap it up, the Samsung QN85D is an excellent choice for anyone looking for a premium 4K TV experience in 2024. Its mini LED technology ensures stunning brightness, excellent color accuracy, and strong performance across various types of content, including gaming. The 85-inch model is truly immersive, delivering exceptional picture quality with minimal motion blur, making it ideal for movies, sports, and gaming. Whether you're gaming or watching movies, the QN85D provides a fantastic balance of cutting-edge tech, intuitive software, and superior image quality. If you're looking for a large screen upgrade that will last you years without breaking the bank, the Samsung QN85D is a solid contender.